My name is Charlotte Steele. I'm the lead garden educator at Phyllis Wheatley Community School with the Edible Schoolyard, New Orleans.
My name is Jay Madden. Kids call me Chef Jay. I am a chef educator here at Arthur Ashe Charter School and a part of the Edible Schoolyard, New Orleans team.
I oversee the program so that our teaching team of 17 and our garden team of 5 and our development team of 3, that our whole ESY team has support through the lens of someone that can really see the way that the program is shaped across all of our schools.
So Edible Schoolyards is at 4 different schools in New Orleans that are a part of the First Line school system. 2 of those schools have just gardens, and then 2 of them have gardens and kitchen, and Ashe is one of the ones that has a garden, greenhouse, and a kitchen, and I work in the kitchen here. We deliver 5 classes a day that are planned and based on a greater curriculum with an Edible Schoolyard. We teach grades K through 8 here. I'm one of 3 chef educators that work in the Ashe kitchen.
A big part of what we do in the garden is not only supporting their classroom academics, but also providing opportunities for kids to get to know each other better and get to know themselves better, making them better, stronger self-advocates, especially for kids who are going through a lot of stress in their personal lives. Having another environment where they can feel calm, nourished, taken care of is a really huge and important aspect of our program to the First Line Network.
When we start working with kindergartners, we introduce them to what it means to just get to be outside and to love the tiny things in the world, and I mean that literally and figuratively, where they a lot of our students live in the city, or most of them live in neighborhoods that you don't necessarily have a lot of nature around you, and so it might be their first time getting to really put their hands in the soil and get to play with a worm and to be around bees.
Our gardens here, being in the middle of a city, have a certain kind of oasis and mysterious and magical feeling. I see that as a huge advantage to our students who are living in the surrounding community where there are not a lot of trees. It's hard for us to grow trees here too. Shade is something that we have a hard time with just from our space limitation. But to be able to step into our garden while 25 tourists are in line for Willie Mays, you know, so-and-so neighbors pulling their jukebox down the sidewalk, the trash truck is driving by. There's so much happening in an urban environment that it makes the sacredness of a natural space that much more special.
Younger kids obviously have a little bit more hands-on and a little less cooking, so they may just be dumping different ingredients in and stirring it around. And then the older kids are actually getting into knife skills, understanding how to balance flavors, understanding how to utilize fats and acids, and a number of different cuts that they might do with knives, as well as the nutritional value of the food that they eat.
Starting with our tiniest friends, pre-K all the way through 8th grade, we start to instill this curiosity and love of what's around them. It's really hard to discount something that you care for, and so I think that's really where we do the most work. We certainly have all kinds of lessons that start as the kids age to make it more overt of that work and the mission of how important it is for us to be stewards of our community and stewards over the environment. But I think probably what lives the deepest is just once you love something, you take care of it.
We work really hard to share the ownership of the garden with our students. When students walk into the garden and they see a piece of trash, they intrinsically feel motivated to contribute and help keep the garden clean, even if it's not something that they themselves have dropped.
Within any ESY classroom, our #1 goal is to both promote actual physical safety of the students that we have, but additionally like emotional safety. Creating a place where kids can feel comfortable to be themselves, to let loose a little bit, and also a place where kids have built a bond of trust and mutual respect with the teachers that serve them.
We're always growing. I think anyone that works for Edible Schoolyard is a lifelong learner, and we're all deeply committed to growing and developing as individuals, as educators, as stewards of the program, and as leaders in our school network.
I do believe that the work we're doing improves the lives of kids we work with, and just anybody who sets foot in our garden in general. The amount of joy that takes place in a school garden or a school kitchen is such a special kind of joy, because it's the combination of pride, of sharing, and of sheer delight, and just smile.
It's amazing when you stop and think that there are how many schools there are in this city, how many cities there are in this country, just how many schools there are in this country, and how few of them would have a kitchen serving kindergartners and serving first graders and fourth graders. And when I think about it, it just kind of blows my mind. I feel like, I don't know, it's like big shoes to fill. You know, like I get to work for this program. I get to do this wonderful work every day. I get to see these kids every day, and I get to see basically, you know, what they accomplish themselves and what we can accomplish as a program. I mean, it's good work. It's necessary work. Edible Schoolyards is it's just a beautiful thing, man. It's a good thing to be a part of.